Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie, where we will be looking at racing today from Kenilworth, the 10th of November. Yes, guys, I just have to brag a bit. Yesterday in the first race at the Val, I gave you a best bet. The best bet was Big City Girl, and the price was in the morning opening betting 7-1. Best bet of the day, a 7-1 shot. You will not find any tipster in South Africa that will give you a 7-1 best bet of the day. Please bring me that tipster. Only outside the Genie has got them to tip a 7-1 shot as a best bet. So, if you want to follow me and get my daily analysis, you can subscribe to my service today for 250 Rand for the rest of the month. And I'll chuck in my one video of how to read the computer form. Because for you to make informed decisions, you need to use the computer form. You need to be able to understand the computer forms. And that is how I get outsiders, by studying the computer form. I don't take the tab sheet and take my pen, close my eyes and select a number wherever the pen lands. Or you can sign up from now till the end of December for 500 Rand, and then I'll chuck in my other video, which is called the how punt to win, not punt to lose, like many of us are doing, punt to win, and also how to find an outsider. So for the persons who watch this video for the first time, what Outsider Genie do is we look, by studying the form, we find outsiders that we give to you so you can add that onto your selections. In other words, if you play a quartet, you can take our selection, add them into yours, and that is the way that you can get the bigger payouts. We also give you selections, pick sixes. Again, yesterday, my pick six was just out one leg. But remember, I give a small pick six. You can take that pick six and add on to that. And the possibility would have been that most probably I went out in the second last leg. I wanted to put in the second horse of Terry, and I didn't, and that has actually won. But you might have added that in, and you would have collected a nice carry over 450,000 Rand. Big six, even if you had 1,000 Rand, 1%, that would have been 4,500 Rand for a small outlay. So I'm not sure why you guys are hesitating to subscribe to my daily analysis, because the amount of money you're going to pay is nothing in relation to what you can make. I can promise you, I can get my people that is currently subscribers and let them tell you how much money they are making from outside of Genie selections. Or if you want to buy the videos, you can buy one of them at 100 Rand, whichever one you want to buy, or you can buy both of them for 175 Rand should you not be interested in getting the daily services. So let's have a look at the form today and the betting from Kenilworth, where we start with a maiden plate over 1,200 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have Shanghai Even Money, Global Spectrum 28-10, 9-2 Captain Wu, East Choice 7-1, Freedom Park 9-1, 55-1, and Lonte the rest. Yeah, I'm not going to dwell long on this race. I do think that the favorite Shanghai is due for a win, has been running well. Ottoman Empire, maybe they, named it after me, Ottoman Empire, has won again. He won easily. So Shangan was beaten by a very good horse. The race before that, 12 runners, 3 winners. The race before that, 10 runners, one winner, and I think Shangaan today is set to win. Outsider selections, Freedom Park can improve, has been running there and thereabouts, and I'm sure he's ready to improve today at the Kenilworth course. My other outsider selection is number 6. His choice, a trippy by Sijuame, is at 2 runs, but I'm sure that this horse is better than the form suggests, and look for a big run today from his choice. Just for the persons who don't know, what I'm doing is I give you my first selection. That's the outright selection. That can be any price. Like yesterday, I gave Big City Gold. That was my first choice, 7-1, best bet of the day. Then I give you 2 horses in no particular order that can be my outsider selections, and then I might discuss 1 or 2 other horses in a race. So let's move on to race number 2, where the betting is as follows. It's also a maiden plate over 1,200 meters for fillies and mares. Here we have number 4, Lan Banquera, 16-10, 17 to Hailberry. Boldly goes 4-1, 5-1, Bite My Lip. Lady Isabella 11-2, 14-1, and better the rest. Again, here the favorite is number 4, and number 4 also looks to me like it's going to be hard to beat. Has had 3 races, improved last time very nicely with Alden de Meyer, and I think La Banquera also very well bred. Will go in today for Candace Bass Robinson. Outsider selection number 5, Lady Isabella. This is one of this teaser stallions. They call it a teaser stallion, Blue Tiger. I don't know if you remember, but this horse was a striking grey. He was nearly white. Now, this horse battled to find her feet, but last time out ran a very nice race behind Gertrude Bell in the same race as La Banquera, running on, well, 24.7 first fastest to 400 meters. Then also my other outsider selection, number 6, Bite My Lip. This horse ran 3 lengths behind, also on debut over the 1400 meters, now going a little bit shorter, but watch for improvement. Ran a nice 400 to finish, 23.1. Bentley Go also built Zavano by Jetmaster Me, nicely bred. Also debut 4 lengths behind the winner, can also improve as number 8, Forgetful Girl. So except for the choice, the rest are open. If you have a look here, Hailberry has had 13 runs, 5 seconds, 4 thirds, and a fourth. Has been running against some decent opposition, and don't be surprised if this horse with Richard Ferree on board today, draw 1, do land up in the winner's box, as in this was the same race as behind Gertrude Bell as La Banquera. So let's move then to the race 3. Race 3 is a 1600-meter maiden plate. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have Fire for Sure, even money. Big Finger 4-1, High Noon 11-2, ESO 6-1. First Among Equals 8-1, 16-1, Moroccan Retreat 25-1, and better the rest. So race 3, we have number 2, Fire for Sure, has had very few nice runs, and I'm sure today will be the time that he's going to be in the first box. 22.9 his last race. This Fire for Sure looked the winner, but then Silvano's time did run it down, and that day I did tip Silvano's time to be my outright winner for that race. But you'll see already there was 3 runners out of that, and already a winner. So the form is strong in that race. Outsider selections, you're going to look number 3, Isos, has been battling to find his feet, but his last 2 runs were very much improved, and from draw 1, definitely can be a contender when the photos are taken. Number 4, Moroccan Retreat, also improving. Last time out was also one of my outsider selection, although drawn 13, but I think can run on and be evolved in the placings. So that is race number 3. Let's move down to race. Oh yes, sorry. I just want to mention Coromandel Silvano by Captain Elmi. Markers on board but drawn 10, but can also improve over this distance. And here's number first among equals. Also have been showing nice uh, first two races. Last time out over the 1600 meters, did stay on, can run into the placings. Here's number 9, High Noon. High Moon has been also running very well. If you look both his races, fastest 400 to finish, Aldo de Meyer for Cash Bass Robinson. 11 High Moon, I'm sure can be a big danger to the favorite. So let's move on to race number 4. Race number 4 is another maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1600 meters. And here's the betting as follows. Number 3, So Flawless 15 to 10, Mirror Me 2 to 1, Cut Class 11 to 2, Watch in a Dream 13 to 2, Far Out 14 to 1, Crimson Princess 14 to 1, 25 to 1, and longer the rest. So here my selection is the number 1 horse, Cut Class, Aldo de Meyer for Cash Bass Robinson, Candice Bass Robinson. This horse had a number of runs already, had 7 runs, but it looks to me like this horse is improving, and I'm sure the 1600 meters today would shoot him down to the ground. He is running on over the shorter 1400 meters, and I do believe that the extra 200 meters will definitely make a difference. Outside selection that you can have a look at is number 9, Crimson Princess. Has had 2 runs, but has drawn 10. But a nice horse to include is a Silvano by a Street Cry Mare. Include in your quartets because the horse, if this horse plays, it will definitely be a boost for the payout. And then number 11 is Watch in a Dream. It's a jackpot by Elidor Mir, also getting a minus 2.5. Didn't debut too bad behind River Cafe, and I think 1400 meters will also suit and definitely can be involved in the finish. The favorites here is number 3, So Flawless. Nothing wrong with his form. Has also been running on strongly. Gavin van Niekerk on board and Grant van Niekerk, so also a huge contender, as is number 2, Mirror Me. So, but I think in this race, the top 3 would be the 3 that you would be looking to put into your big sixes. Then we go to race number 5, which is a Fillies and Mares handicap 89, Fillies and Mares 89 handicap, Class B, average mare rating 91. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, 4 Heavens Brace 3 to 1, Secret Depth 3 to 1, Springers in the Air 3 to 1, Flame 3 5 to 1, Bombardier 11 to 2, Eva Eileen 8 to 1, Miss Smarty Pants 18 to 1. This is truly an open race. Many horses with chances. My selection goes to number 5, Secret Depths. I've been following this horse for a long time, and last time out, this horse won well with Jacobs on board, getting the -4, only carrying 52 again. And I think this horse can go start to finish again today over the 1600 meters, as he has won and placed before. Also in this Class B category, he has already also won 2 races. Outside of selection that you might want to include is this number 7, Womblanda, with Grant van Niekerk on board. This horse has run many places, and I think uh, today, with the Nell stable in form and a nice winner on Saturday, can improve to be involved in the finish. Yeah, as I said, many horses with chances. Number 2, Flame 3, didn't run too well last time, but before that, ran second to Sing Out Loud, which came again over the weekend, or think, sometime last week to win again. Eva Eileen also has won some nice races, but not over this distance, over 1800s. So definitely a horse that you as a free wins can surprise. In the pick six, you can probably have to put all the horses bar number 2, Miss Smarty Pants, which I think will be a little bit outclassed in this field. Then race 6 is a fillies and mares 75 handicap. We're having a lot of fillies and mares handicaps. Class C, average merit rating 81. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 2, Real Royal 9 to 10, Scented Mistress 9 to 2, In a Half 5 to 1, Chat Ching 7 to 1, Flower of Saigon 8 to 1, I'm a Lady 14 to 1, and Longer the Rest. Now, here we have a strong favorite in number 1, really Royal. And looking at the breeding, it should go this distance, carrying 60 kilograms, 3-year-old, running against some useful opposition. Scented Mistress has got a chance, has won his last 2, definitely without not about a chance. But my first selection here is number 5, Chaching, a Duke of Marmalade filly. Dam is cash registered by Casey Tips. Cash registered has shown some nice individuals, and I think that the 1600 meters will suit this horse, who did win on debut, and last time out ran a 22 finish, um, um, 22 seconds for 400 to finish, and also ran into some troubles. And I think 5 13 today can be the surprise package. Definitely a horse to include in all your play. Then for outsider selection, if you want to look for outsider, I think Flower of Saigon, a Flower Alley by Captain Elmi, also nicely bred. Did win over Shorter. Um, but ran against Kivia Coco, who ran a place in a small future over the Durban season. Last time out, ran against a little bit stronger. Secret of Depth wasn't disgraced, came from last 23.7, and I think Flowers of Sagan, a nice outsider to include into your play. So let's now move on to race number 7. It's a merit rated 80 handicap class C, average merit rating 78. Let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is as follows: half and half, 3 to 1, Silver Sky 50 to 10, Else My Daddy 5 to 1, Retro Effect 11 to 2, Rex Union 6 to 1, Melora 7 to 1, 8 to 1, Winter Shadow 12 to 1, Alfred Legacy. Now, this race being over 1950, my first choice is number 7, Rex Union. This Duke of Marmalade by Beach Beauty, out of Beach Beauty by Dynasty. What a breeding. And this horse ran in a Natal season, and in over 2,000 meters. This horse won very easily. I watched the race that day, and has had 2 runs over shorter distances. And I do think today the 1950 will suit, and my choice in this race, number 7, Rex Union. Outside the selections that you can have a look at is number 1, Else My Daddy. Else My Daddy ran against some strong opposition, but I think it's also a horse with a bit of ability, so not to be left out in your calculations. Retro Effect ran over longer distances, but has performed not too bad over the 2,000 meters. Kenilworth, which is just 50 meters short, and I think Retro Effect can also be involved in the finish. Here's your favorite half and half. I think half and half disappointed me last time behind Night Song, and yeah, I'm not sure. I think uh, this horse, yeah, we'll have to wait and see today. I think, and this is a, I'm not sure if it's a fool of a whole brother to Bulgarian, but I am certain the horse will not reach the heights that his sibling has reached. But yeah, Snape and Richard Free, always a dangerous combination. So you have to include it in your play. A horse that I'm also thinking improved today is Full Silver Sky, El Silvano by Jetmaster Me. That breeding is always potent. They paid 750,000 for the horse, so he must have been looked like a bit of a looker. And the surprising thing is this horse beat Night Song by 5 lengths. So Night Song came out last time and won by 1.6. So it's about 8 lengths turned around. Sometimes that is difficult to understand that in horse racing, how that can happen. So that is race 7. Let's move on to race number 8. Race number 8 is a mare's handicap again, 1,200 meters, class C, merit rating 77. And here we have also a strong favorite in number 4, Capetina 13 to 10, Caribbean Sunset 9 to 2, Abslam Beauty 5-1, Galactic Star 7-1, Favorita 9-1, Windsor Beat 14-1, Variety Breeze 14-1, and Longer the Race number 10 is scratching. So here we have Capetina, and Capetina won so well last time out that it's difficult to oppose her today. I think it looks like a horse of a future, a Captain Al by Galalo mare, very well bred, and we're looking for Captain Capetina to go in today. But I think a horse that can give her a lot of cheek today is number one, Favorita. This horse won uh, in, uh, in Fairview, nearly 10 links. Okay, it's only Fairview, but if you look, she has run against Delta Queen, and then Captain's Ransom come to one, one a future. But getting the -2.5, I think today will be a difficult horse, and I don't say it is a definite winner, but it can win. My other outsider selection is number 8, Variety Breeze. It's a VAR by Windrush, lots of speed. Did one nicely last time out. So look for it to run a good race again today. So all in all, a nice car today. I hope I could point you in the right direction and you can make a bit of money today. And as I always say, break a leg.